So, kind of on the topic of selection criteria, what are some of the things that the Cannabis Control Board will consider in selecting licensees, other than race and ethnicity?
To show that you're pretty much prepared to open this business, I think that's probably going to be one of like the biggest juggling acts, so to speak, that the applicants will need to be able to manage. And this is kind of where, again, an investment not only into like a lawyer, but like anybody that's really privy to real estate contracts and things like that. Because if you don't already own a piece of real estate, or you're not already in some kind of lease agreement on the real estate, whether it's for a cultivation, nursery, dispensary, manufacturing facility, whatever it may be, if you don't own that real estate yet, you need to basically be able to show that you have like an agreement, at least, that you'll be able to pretty much like, green light and like a lease agreement or kind of real estate agreement upon approval of this license, right? So like there's a lot of these things where it's like, are you putting the cart before the horse kind of thing, right? Like you don't want to buy real estate when you don't even know if you're going to get the license, but you need to show that you have real estate to be able to get the license, all these things, that are kind of like, there's a lot of juggling that needs to be done. So that's, again, where, having these experts in your corner really comes in handy, because they'll know how to structure these things in the right way to, make sure that you're not on the line for anything if you don't get approved. All these kinds of things are really important. And showing that you kind of have some kind of experience is also going to be important. So that can be helpful for legacy operators, but like kind of, again, it's a matter of like, how do legacy operators demonstrate like that kind of experience? Like, how does that translate to like on paper kind of things in the application? The funding and everything like that, you really need to show that you have all that in place. Basically, they want to prevent situations where everybody's applying and like somebody gets approved and they're not actually prepared to follow through with the licensing, right? And I think that that's a big part of a lot of the different requirements that they're going to have, and like kind of hoops that you have to jump through, is really just proving that this is serious, right? That if you do get approved for this license, you're ready to kind of hit the ground running.
I agree. I think Brittany's right on point. Definitely, they want to make sure you're going to be up and ready to operate. But some of the things they do address in the law are like, so it'll be determined. Some of these things they'll consider are like the number and types of other licenses nearby, the effect it'll have on traffic, car and foot traffic, noise levels. I mean, a lot of these things are regular things that would be in an app anyway, but environmental impact stuff, water usage, carbon, all that. An applicant's history of violations and compliance with labor law, safety, OSHA, tax laws, or laws, of other states, with cannabis. The applicant's moral character, and whether they've entered into some sort of labor agreement, and their track record, if they've been a medical marijuana business before too, it's another thing they consider. But I mean, just like Brittany was saying, there's like plenty of other things that aren't in the law that are fairly common that they're going to want to know, like your safety plans, your, record keeping, your pest control, depending on obviously what type of license you're holding. Like these are going to be key: safety. So like on all ends and all aspects.
Yeah, security is a big one. They want to make sure that you have a plan to prevent the diversion of cannabis.